on that point, do you think that it would be beneficial to have states be able to pass their own privacy laws? Because a lot of privacy advocates make the point that that could be a way to test different regulations and see what works best. So what's your thoughts on that?
Having helped write the California law, I'm a fan of that model, only because one of the things to think about is the California law is a privacy law focused primarily on one thing, which is the sharing and sale of data with third parties that you don't have a relationship with. So that's one version of privacy, which is that I have an interaction with the New York Times or the Washington Post, and then there's third parties that can collect that data on that website. And the California law gives consumers the ability to say no to the selling and sharing of their information to those third parties. Other people think, when you talk about privacy, other people think about facial recognition by the first party, mobile location tracking or geolocation, AI and bias. Like all of these things generally fall under this term privacy. And so I think to get one omnibus law that addresses all these complex issues, which will have different levers, will be difficult. And I think that's why having a state law or a state model, right? So Washington just passed a law that with more of a focus on facial recognition, and Illinois has a law focused on facial recognition as well. We have a Data Broker Act in Vermont, and California just passed or proposed a similar legislation where data brokers have to register in the state. So this way you get to handle all the different things that people put under the privacy umbrella, I think, without trying to solve it with one omnibus law. My sense is if you get a federal law, you're just going to get back to a notice and choice regime, which is you, consumer, have to decide whether the collection of this information is appropriate, and if you don't think so, you can't use the service. And I don't think that gets us anywhere with regards to privacy. So I think the experimentation model is initially important, and then maybe ultimately will land in a federal comprehensive law that works well.